Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Tonight we're going to be discussing the black-eyed children. If you've spent any amount of time on the internet, then odds are good you've heard of this modern myth. Let's get into it. The legend of the black-eyed children, or BEC, first surfaced sometime in the mid to late 90s. The earliest known written account comes from journalist Brian Bethel. Bethel retold a personal experience that occurred in 1998 while he was visiting Abilene, Texas. He had been driving around the city in search of somewhere to buy cigarettes. Upon discovering that most of the convenience stores had closed, he spotted a house with its front porch light illuminated, signifying to him that the store inside was still open. Approaching the door, he rang the bell and waited. Soon, two children appeared. They stood silently on the stairs with vacant expressions and introduced themselves as his neighbors. Their eyes immediately unnerved him with their deep-set blackness. He recalled them looking like chunks of coal. He accepted their invitation to come inside and purchase whatever he wanted, and so he purchased some candy and returned to his car. That's when the children asked him for a ride to the local gas station. Bethel agreed, and on the drive there they informed him that their mother had recently died. At the gas station, he dropped them off and continued on his way. Unbeknownst to him, this would be the last time he ever saw them. In a follow-up interview with Bethel, he added that he believed the children were Satanists and that their dead mother was a cult leader. The following year, he posted this narrative online. It quickly went viral, generating thousands of responses from readers sharing similar experiences. Since then, the black-eyed children have become a well-known urban legend. The core elements, with each retelling of the legend, three core elements remained constant. First, the children are usually described as being young, specifically between the ages of 6 and 16. They often appear disheveled and eerily quiet. Second, their eyes are their most striking feature, being completely black, devoid of any white or color. Finally, they must be invited in. They won't force entry. Instead, they will relentlessly ask until someone complies. Common traits. In addition to these core elements, additional traits are commonly associated with the black-eyed children. These include their demeanor and intent. They are said to be extremely polite, almost to a fault. Some witnesses describe them as excessively formal or overly enthusiastic, which only heightens the unease surrounding them. Their main purpose for approaching people is to gain entry to their homes or vehicles. They often claim they are lost, need to make a phone call, or are in a hurry to get somewhere, creating a false sense of urgency. Those who have encountered them report feeling a sudden overwhelming dread, panic, or anxiety that compels them to refuse the children's requests. Despite the innate sense of foreboding, many witnesses struggle with feelings of guilt or sympathy upon seeing the seemingly lost kids. However, their eyes play a key role in overcoming these initial emotions. The unsettling appearance creates a conflict between the logical understanding that children in need of help shouldn't be feared and the visceral reaction to flee or repel them. Most encounters with the black-eyed children follow one of three scenarios. The first is the doorstep encounter. This is the most prevalent type and occurs when someone is home alone, typically late at night or during twilight hours. Knocks come to the door, and when it's opened, two children stand there politely requesting assistance. The second type is the vehicle encounter, reminiscent of Bethel's original tale. They approach a lone driver in a parked car, usually at a gas station or rest stop, and ask for a ride to an unspecified destination. The third and least common type involves hotel or motel rooms. Here, they knock on a door seeking shelter, claiming to be lost children or needing to find their parents. All three scenarios exploit our natural empathy towards children in distress, a trait that is exploited and subverted for terrifying effect. First-hand account, The Vanishing Hitchhikers, in 2013, Reddit user Shroomhammer posted a story titled The Vanishing Hitchhikers. I'm including it here because it illustrates the key elements of these encounters quite well. It reads, quote, "I used to hitchhike quite a bit when I was younger, even in the middle of the night. One night I was coming back from my girlfriend's place. It was around 2 a.m. and I was walking along a country road hoping to catch a ride into town. After about 45 minutes, I saw headlights coming my way. Perfect. I stuck out. My thumb and the driver slowed down and rolled down his window. He asked me where I was headed and I told him the name of the town. That's when I noticed sitting in the back seat were two kids, maybe 10 or 12. They were dressed kind of strangely, like they were wearing old-fashioned clothes. When the driver turned to me, I saw his face was pale and his eyes were completely black, bottomless. I got freaked out, but I also didn't want to be rude, so I started talking to him, pretending that everything was fine. I told him it was okay if he dropped me off a few miles down the road. I just wanted to get out of the car. At first he seemed hesitant, but then he said, "Sure, no problem." Then one of the kids in the back seat piped up and said, "Oh, can't wait till we get to the castle." The driver gave them a sharp look and said, "Not tonight, kids. We're not doing that tonight." Then he drove me to the edge of town and dropped me off. Looking back, I saw the car turn the corner. I couldn't see the driver, but I could clearly see the two kids waving at me. Their eyes were gleaming red in the moonlight. That's when I realized they weren't kids at all. They were reptilian monsters, or something. I ran all the way home and haven't hitchhiked since. End quote. Theories and explanations. Of course, theories abound regarding the true nature of the black-eyed children. Some are rooted in skepticism and rationality, while others venture into the paranormal. On the rational side, some suggest that reports of the black-eyed children could be attributed to misinterpretation, imagination, or folklore. Others propose it may be a shared delusion, meaning that a story or belief that gains traction online can influence people's perceptions to align with the narrative. In terms of the pranks, they're less likely given the number of consistent reports worldwide regarding paranormal theories. Some claim the children are vampires or energy drains, preying on human emotions and vital energy. Others believe they are demons or infernal beings requiring an invitation to manifest physically and carry out their intentions. Alien or interdimensional theories suggest they are hybrids or entities from another plane of existence attempting to study or exploit humanity. They may view humans as food sources or possessors of valuable resources such as energy or life force. Finally, the ghost theory proposes that these children are spirits of dead kids who died. Tragically, roam the earth seeking solace or revenge. The recurring need for an invitation aligns with beliefs that demons, fairies, and other supernatural entities require permission to enter sacred spaces like homes, ending things. Whether you consider the black-eyed children a psychological phenomenon, an urban legend, or a real threat, one thing is certain: their story continues to captivate and terrify people worldwide. The mere idea of those black, emotionless eyes staring back at you is enough to evoke chills. Perhaps the best advice, besides avoiding potentially dangerous situations, is to remain skeptical, trust your instincts, and keep your doors locked, just in case. Thank you for watching. Do you believe in the black-eyed children? Have you seen them? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching. Check out these other videos and we'll see you next time.